Good day, YouTube. This is J Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just another MJ video here. Following my channel, I talk a lot about MJ. It's a long-term hold for me. I've been into a couple different MJ stocks since 2017, and just keep adding and dollar cost averaging in and so on. But this is the BC Bud Company, is a MJ brand story to be aware of. This is just dated came out on the 13th. But recreational sales in Canada during the past May. Data is collected by Statistics Canada. We have become increasingly excited about the opportunity for MJ brands in certain provinces, in particular British Columbia, Ontario, and Quebec. During May, more than $375 million of recreational MJ was sold in Canada, which represents less than 1% increase when compared to that in April, according to Statistics Canada. The statistics report approximate 55 million of recreational MJ was sold in British Columbia in May, which is almost 4% higher than in the prior month. When compared to Ontario, which reported approximately 150 million of recreational MJ sales in May, 0.5% higher than the prior month, British Columbia has a more attractive growth profile, and we will monitor the trend on a going forward basis. Recently started to conduct due diligence on MJ brands in Canada, and are working to determine which brands are positioned to capture significant market share in Canada. During the last year, MJ companies have been under enormous pressure, and we believe there are pockets of value after the decline. So here's the ticker for Bud Corporation, WFGCF. As you can see, it trades over the counter. So can't get this one on Robinhood. You'd have to go to TD Ameritrade, Schwab, or Fidelity. I haven't bought a over-the-counter stock in a while on TD Ameritrade or Schwab, so I don't know if they're charging a commission. Last time I bought on Fidelity, they did not. But BC Bud Corporation owns several Canadian MJ brands and meets the criteria we look for in operators and want our readers to be aware of. The company is led by a management team that is comprised of executives who have a proven track record in highly regulated industries, diverse expertise, and decades of experience in the United States and in Canada. So BC Bud is considerable discount to its peers. And some of these I've talked about here in that we'll go over here soon. But they reported several positive developments so far in the year. The stock price has fallen more than 55% from its high in January. And we have highlighted two large-scale Canadian retailers below. High Tide I've talked about numerous times. It's still one of my favorite MJ stocks right now. I probably have the best return on it. So HITI down more than 75% from its 2022 high. Fire and Flower I've talked about once or twice. As you can see, it also trades over the counter. High Tide you can buy on any exchange, Robinhood, Dow, any of the major exchanges. Their Fire and Flower is down more than 60% from its 2022 high. On the comparative basis, we believe that BC Bud Company more upside potential than High Tide and Fire and Flower based on the difference between market capitalizations. At current levels, the BC Bud Company is trading at a considerable discount to High Tide and Fire and Flower, and we want our readers to be aware of the discounted valuations. Fire and Flower valued at approximately 125 million and 105 million Canadian, respectively. Based on market capitalization, the BC Bud is valued at less than 4 million based on market capitalization. and we find a disparity between the valuation of BC Bud, High Tide, and Fire and Flower to be compelling. One of the primary issues for our bullish outlook on the BC Bud Company is related to the amount of stock that is owned by company executives. Based on the conversation with the company, approximately 67% of the BC Bud Company is owed by its executives, an executive growth story in the making. So, believe they are well positioned to benefit from the growth in British Columbia recreational MJ industry. The management team is executing on a multifaceted growth strategy that is centered around capturing market share in the province, and we are of the opinion that the market is not into account when evaluating the business. So going forward, plans to capture additional market share in British Columbia by focusing on the following. Brand awareness. The company is focused on two core goals, building trust and delivering top-notch consumer value. Product development. Has a large product portfolio and formed a strategic relationship to enhance its offerings, partnership and license, and the value and customer care. So the company with a catalyst for growth. So I feel if they're well managed and got some sales going, they're all well positioned for growth. So, High Tide, that's why I've been covering them so many times, is they're positioned to grow. They're already growing. Every time I do a video, they're opening up a new store. So, but the BC Bud Company patient growth strategy has played an important role in the formation of value-added strategic partnerships. By executing on a series of organic and inorganic growth initiatives, the Bud growth has improved its growth prospects, and we consider that to be the core pillar of the opportunity. During the last few years, the amount of unsold MJ being destroyed by Canadian licensed producers has significantly increased. Some analysts have attributed the trend to a lack of quality product on the market, and we believe the BC Bud Company focus on selling premium products has protected the business from MJ destruction trend in Canada. At current levels, we believe the Canadian MJ brand has a compelling valuation and favorable risk-reward profile. But if you have this one, go ahead and list that in the comments along with your cost basis, any other information you'd like to share. And if you have High Tide or Fire and Flower, you can leave that in the comments as well. But here's the BC Bud ticker in case you missed it, WFGCF. But that's it for this one. If you have any other favorite MJ stocks out there, leave that in the comments, and I'd be happy to take a look at them and do a video if I haven't done one on it already. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, following Ford Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.